In a move that's sure to spark debate, the Met Police has decided to stop investigating non-crime hate incidents. But here's where it gets controversial. The decision comes as part of a broader effort to allow officers to focus on cases that meet the threshold for criminal investigations, rather than getting bogged down in what some might call the toxic culture wars. But what does this really mean for free speech, public safety, and the communities affected by hate incidents? Let's dive in. The announcement arrived just as the Met confirmed it was dropping its investigation into Father Ted creator Graham Linehan, who was arrested at Heathrow Airport on suspicion of inciting violence through posts on social media platform X. Linehan's arrest on September 1 by 5 officers, following his arrival from the U.S., ignited a firestorm of criticism from public figures and politicians. The Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, ultimately decided not to pursue charges after a careful review of the evidence, leaving many to question the initial grounds for arrest. And this is the part most people miss. Non-crime hate incidents, alleged acts perceived as motivated by hostility or prejudice based on characteristics like race or transgender identity, are recorded to track potential patterns of harm, even if they don't rise to the level of a criminal offense. According to Home Office guidance, these records help identify hate incidents that could escalate into more serious harm. But with the Met's new policy, will this crucial data collection fall by the wayside? A Metropolitan Police spokesperson acknowledged the public's concerns, stating, "The Commissioner has been clear that officers should not be policing debates over toxic culture wars, especially when current laws on inciting violence online leave them in an impossible position. The policy shift aims to provide clearer direction for officers, reduce ambiguity, and enable them to focus on matters that meet the threshold for criminal investigations." But here's the controversial question. Is this a step toward protecting free speech, or does it risk normalizing harmful behavior under the guise of debate? Critics argue that while inciting violence should always be a criminal offense, the line between contentious speech and genuine threats is increasingly blurred. For instance, Linehan's posts, including one suggesting physical violence against trans-identified males in female-only spaces, sparked outrage, but he claims it was a serious point made with a joke. Where do we draw the line? Linehan and the Free Speech Union FSU have vowed to sue the Met for wrongful arrest and infringement of free speech rights. Meanwhile, District Judge Snow ruled that the bail conditions imposed on Linehan were too vague and ordered their immediate removal. This case highlights the delicate balance between protecting individual liberties and preventing harm, a balance that many feel is still up for debate. Here's another angle to consider. The guidance on recording non-crime hate incidents was first introduced in 2005 following the inquiry into the murder of Stephen Lawrence, a Black teenager whose killing exposed systemic racism in policing. By stepping back from investigating these incidents, is the Met risking a return to the kind of oversight that allowed such tragedies to occur? Sir Mark Rowley, head of the Met, defended the officers involved in Linehan's arrest, but acknowledged the concern caused by such incidents given differing perspectives on the balance between free speech and the risks of inciting violence. He called on the government to change or clarify the law, while Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer urged police to focus on the most serious issues. Public figures remain divided. Green Party leader Zach Polanski deemed Linehan's post totally unacceptable and the arrest proportionate, while Shami Chakrabarti, a Labour peer and former director of Liberty, called for a comprehensive review of public order laws. But inciting violence must always be a criminal offense, she added. So what do you think? Is the Met's decision a necessary refocusing of resources, or a dangerous step backward in addressing hate incidents? Does free speech protect even the most contentious statements, or should there be clearer boundaries to prevent harm? Let us know in the comments. This is a conversation that's far from over.